It's a place where I love to be. Look in a book, here's a story for you. Who makes stories when the day is through? Who makes stories when the day is through? Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun.
Rossetti Wordsworth.
Jelly and Jackson.
Working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Come and be a story maker.
Look at the time. Time to go home. Are we all packed up? Yeah? Okay, come on, let's get home. Come on, Jade. Oh, you're good, that's good.
Story makers. Story makers. Story makers.
It's midnight in the library. Hello.
Time for all story makers to come out. Are you ready?
The sun is down, the stars are bright. Story makers come out at night. Rossetti Wordsworth, magical story maker, here to make stories with you. Hello.
Look, Jackson, look at this tent.
It's called a teepee. That's what the children called it. I was listening to them.
That's a funny sounding name.
Hello, you two.
Oh, hello, Rossetti. Oh, look at this teepee.
Yeah, Rossetti, look, the children were playing in this pee-pee.
I think it is called a teepee, Jen.
Yes,
I know that, but I thought it sounded funny. And I made a rhyme, Rossetti. Yeah, teepee sounds like pee-pee.
Yes, very good, Jelly.
Oh, dear. Rossetti, when the children were playing in the teepee, they kept saying something.
Did it sound like cow?
Cow. Oh, yes, it did. How? They kept saying how. What does that mean?
Well, it's a greeting, like hi, how.
Oh, how? How?
Rossetti, Jackson, look at this.
Oh, what is it?
A totem pole. Oh, it's marvellous, isn't it?
Yes, look at all the faces.
But what is it?
Oh, a totem pole is a traditional sign made by some people, like the Native Americans. They carve them from a tree, and it reminds them of all the people in their tribe. The eagle on the top represents the chief. Chief Eagle Golden Feather.
Chief Eagle Golden Feather.
Lord of the blue sky.
Lord of the blue sky.
Great brown bear mother.
Great brown
bear mother.
Lady of the house and home.
Lady
of the house and home.
Swift-footed grey wolf.
Swift-footed grey wolf.
Healer of the dark wood.
Healer of the dark wood.
Leaping, jumping green frog.
Leaping, jumping green frog.
Where you're going, no one knows.
Where you're going, no one knows. So that's who all the faces are.
That's right.
Can we use the toady pole to make a story?
The totem pole's a bit big to fit in the story machine, I think, Jelly.
There might be something in your pocket.
Oh, I'll have a look. Hang on. Oh, yes. You're
What's
right.
there?
What?
Oh, no.
It's a beautiful fluttery feather.
Oh, that will make a good story.
Well,
Good shot.
One fluttery feather for the story machine.
now this is where you can be a story maker too. You need to send us lots of imagination to make the story machine work.
Yes, join in with us.
Imagine.
Imagine. Imagine a story. Oh, well done. It's a playbook. and it's called the Dream Catcher.
Under a blue sky and a warm yellow sun, Georgia followed a path with her gran. Stepping the stepping stones over a stream, they were going to find out how to catch dreams. "Look," said Georgia, "I found a beautiful feather." She took it with her as they walked on, under arches of leaves, around tall, shady trees. Then Georgia found another treasure. It was a small brown pine cone. She took it with her as they walked on, over a rickety wooden bridge, skippity-skip, and under leaf green fans as big as giants' hands. Until they came to a clearing in the wood where a teepee stood. Inside, it was cool and light. Georgia saw webs of thread strung with beads and feathers all around her. "They're dream catchers," said Gran. "We're going to make you one." "Dream catchers are webs for catching dreams," said Gran, as Georgia helped her decorate a hoop with rainbow thread. "You hang them above your bed, and they send you dreams that are sweet and good. Now, where's your treasure?" Gran helped Georgia weave her feather and tie her pine cone to the dream catcher. It was done. "May all your dreams be sweet ones," said Gran. When Georgia got home, she hung her dream catcher above her bed and lay down to rest. Hush-a-bye, shush-a-bye. As she closed her eyes, a breeze full of dreams swept in, and the dream catcher caught them. Softly and hushily, it sent her one. It was a dream of blue sky and warm yellow sun, and a little girl walking a path with her gran, stepping the stepping stones over a stream, and making a web for catching dreams.
Oh, that's a nice feather. And so's that one. And that one. Oh, I'm going to make a lovely headdress with these.
Are there some feathers for me to make one too, Jackson?
There's this one. It looks like a very tickly feather to me.
Oh, no. Stop. You know what, Jackson?
What?
This feather looks much ticklier than yours.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I can't feel anything.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle.
Stop it, Jelly! Stop it! Oh, that's
You
better.
see, my feather was more ticklier than yours.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, yes, it was. Yeah, perhaps we could use this feather to make a story.
Oh, yes. One tickly feather for the story machine.
I'm all tickled out.
In it goes.
And you know what else we need, don't you? Your imagination.
Imagine a story.
Oh, it's a Kevin the Spaceman story. And it's called Planet Tickle.
Kevin and Spanner in space to explore, seeking out planets never heard of before. Kevin and Spanner had landed on quite an unusual planet. There were lots of bushes, but instead of leaves, they all had multicolored feathers. Wow, said Kevin. Let's go and explore. Growled Spanner. He was sulking because they'd run out of bones on their space rocket. Cheer up, Spanner, said Kevin. You might find some more bones on this planet. Spanner snorted and started to sniff the ground. He stopped by one of the bushes. Suddenly, he felt something tickling his bottom. He spun round, but all he could see was the feathery bush. It happened again. This time, Spanner could see the feathers moving. The bush was trying to tickle him. Spanner growled at the bush. He wasn't in any mood to be tickled. What is it, Spanner? Asked Kevin. At that moment, the whole bush stood up, and there in front of them was a creature with feathers for hair. Hello, I'm Kevin,
Hello!
said the creature.
I'm Tallulah Tickler. Welcome to Planet Tickle.
Spanner just growled. I'm sorry about Spanner here. He's in a bad mood today, said Kevin.
A bad mood?
Squeaked Tallulah.
We can't have that now, can we?
She bent forward and tickled Spanner with her feathery head. Spanner was a very ticklish dog, and although he tried to stop himself, he couldn't help giggling. Then Kevin felt a tickle. He looked down, and there was another tickler.
Hello, I'm Tammy.
Squeaked the tickler. Ticklers started popping up all over the place, and Kevin and Spanner were soon surrounded. They tried to escape, but everywhere they ran, they were tickled. Soon they were rolling around on the floor, laughing and giggling, until eventually the ticklers stopped.
So, Spanner, are you still in a bad mood?
Asked Tallulah. Barked Spanner. He was much happier. The tickling had certainly cheered him up and stopped him thinking about bones for a bit. Thanks, Tallulah, laughed Kevin. I think that tickle's really done the trick.
Anytime.
Squeaked Tallulah, and the ticklers giggled and tickled away. Come on, Spanner, said Kevin. I know just the planet to visit for some bones. Spanner couldn't wait to explore that planet.
You were like Tallulah Tickle Jelly.
Yes, and Kevin and Spanner nearly laughed as much as you did, Jackson.
Oh, hello. Are these your feather headdresses?
Yes, we finished them. Would you help us put them on, please, Rossetti?
Yes, of course I will. Oh, feather. Feather. That sounds like...
Weather.
Weather. That's very good. Chief Jackson Big Feather.
Oh, Chief Jackson Big Feather. That's me. How?
Okay, my turn. Can you put mine on?
Yes, how could I forget you, my green treasure? This is a fantastic headdress you've made.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
It's nice in a nice way.
Now, what should we call you?
I shall be Chief Jelly Little Feather.
How? Yeah. How, Chief Jelly Little Feather?
How, Chief Jelly Little Feather?
How, Chief Jackson Big Feather?
How, Chief
Yes,
Jelly
thank you. Yes, but how are we going to make another story, you two?
But look, there's lots of feathers. We could use them.
Yes, but Jackson, we've already had feathery stories.
We've had a beautiful feather dream catcher story.
Yeah, and the tickly feather story with my tickly feather.
We could have a really feathery story with lots and lots of feathers.
With lots and lots.
Yeah.
And lots and lots.
Oh, yeah.
Will you help too?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Let's go to the story machine.
In go all the feathers. Are you ready?
Imagine.
Imagine. Imagine a story.
It's a blue cow story.
Oh. And it's called Blue Cow and the Nest.
In a field not far away is a herd of cows grazing quietly. One of the cows is most unusual. Blue Cow wonders about the big world beyond her field. One day, Blue Cow was looking at the trees in the field. I wonder what it's like to live in a tree. She's off again, said the other cows. So Blue Cow caught the bus that stops beside her field. I'd like a ticket to a place where someone lives in a tree, please. There you go, madam. Hold very tight. And they set off for a bird's nest. And then they arrived. Blue Cow was at the bottom of a very tall tree. In front of her, there was an enormous eagle with a big bag of feathers. Howdy doody, I'm Chuck. What brings you to these parts, neighbour? I'm Blue Cow. I was looking for someone who lives in a tree. Why, my nest's in a tree, said Chuck. Look! Flap, flap, flap. He flapped his enormous wings and flew up to his nest. Why don't you fly on up and have a look? Moo, I can't fly, but I can climb. Hup, hup, hup. Blue Cow climbed up the tree and plop, sat in the nest. It was a bit of a tight squeeze. It's very cosy, said Blue Cow, wriggling about. It'll be even cozier when I put my feathers in. Chuck pointed to the bag of feathers at the bottom of the tree. It took me all morning to collect those. I work hard to feather my nest, I do. Blue Cow stood up and peered over the side to have a look at the feathers. Wobble. Oh, be careful you don't. Wobble. Fall. Whoa! Too late. Plump. She landed on the bag. Whoosh! The feathers went all over her. She looked like an enormous feathery bird. Chuck flew down. Blue Cow, speak to me. Are you okay? Moo, I'm okay, laughed Blue Cow. You look like a big bird, laughed Chuck. Maybe if you learn to fly, you can come and live in my nest with me. Oh, thank you, said Blue Cow. But I think I'm safer living closer to the ground. You'll never guess where I've been. Where have you been? I've been to a nest and ended up looking like a bird. Everyone knows that cows can't look like birds, but we know they can, don't we?
Oh, Blue Cow looked really funny in all those feathers.
What a lot of feathers today.
Oh, but look. Chief Jackson Big Feather.
Oh.
And Chief Jelly Little Feather.
Oh, how?
The sun is unsleeping its beams. All story makers must be hidden away before it wakes.
Yes, the children will be coming to the library soon.
Yes, my sweeties. Dawn is upon us. The morning is nigh. We've made our stories, and we bid you goodbye.
Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers,
Thanks for helping. Bye.
stories are fun.
Bye-bye, story makers.
Come and make some more stories soon.